Yep,
Perfect.
thank
I
you.
think
I
so.
appreciate that.
Okay, thanks. All right. So it is 6:03. We do have quorum with all of our board members in attendance, so we can go ahead and convene the open meeting. Board, would you like me to help facilitate your meeting this evening?
Yes, please.
All right. All right, so first order of business is to review and approve our minutes from previous meetings. We actually have 2 of these, so board, go ahead and review, and then let me know if you have questions or changes. Otherwise, I can take a motion to approve. Oh, and I do see a chat in here. Yes, my name is Naomi. I'll go ahead and try to change that on here. I'm with Focus.
I approve these minutes.
Thank you, Kevin. Do I have a second?
I second it.
Thank you. Do we have any other discussion on the motion? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. Motion carried. Next set of minutes, I'll go ahead and put up on the screen.
I motion to approve.
Thank you, Ron. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kevin. Any other discussion on the motion? Raised hands at all? All right, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Perfect. Motion carried. Thank you, board. All right, so I'll go ahead and put up your guys' financial on the screen. Would you like me to run through these for you?
Yes, please.
Okay, so these financials are just through the end of August. I will run over them and I should be able to answer any questions you guys might have. If you've got anything super in depth, I may just have to refer to Harmon when he's back in the office, but we'll see how far we can get. Okay, so total in your operating account at the end of August, you guys had $151,830. In your money market accounts, you had $769,194. In your total accounts receivable, you had $10,856. Other receivables, we had $14,817. Total liability, which is things like prepaid assessments that can't be counted towards income until the month of, we had $17,340. And that brought our total equity to $929,358. And then I will go ahead and go into your budget comparison. So again, this is just through the end of August. We usually look at these 3 columns right here, which is your year-to-date operating. This column is your actual amount spent, this is your budgeted amount spent, and this is the variance between those 2 numbers. So total income, we actually came in over budget by $19,234. There's some items that we don't budget for, such as like collections and fines and things like that. Under expense for common, which is things like playgrounds and sidewalks and things like that, we came in under budget by $3,044. Community, we came in over budget by $1,642. For your gate repairs, we came in over budget year to date by $992. For your insurance, we are over budget by $1,730. For landscaping, you guys currently are under budget by $51,094, but we are still waiting for some of those tree prunings and different things like that to come in. I'm going to go to the next page. For operating, you guys are over budget by $3,059. Miscellaneous under other, you guys are over budget by $360. Repairs and maintenance, we are under budget by $6,289. And then your reserve contribution, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's the money that we move from your operating account to your money market account at the end of every month, is right spot on like it should be at $93,360. Total taxes came out just your $50 there, and total utilities, you guys are actually under budget by $82. So that's pretty good. And then that brings your total expenses to under budget by $52,725. And then board, you have in your packet your checking statements, your money market statements, reconciliation, and your check register, everything like that. Do we have any questions from the board on your financials? All right, any owner questions? All right. Well, if there's no questions, then I can take a motion to approve from a board member.
I make a motion, we accept the financials as read.
Thank you, Art. Can I have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Todd. Do we have any other discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, perfect. Motion carried. Then I'll go ahead and scooch us back up to the agenda. Okay. So our first topic is the golf course lighting, which I imagine is probably why we've got a lot of owners on the call now, kind of wondering what's going on with that. So if you don't know, the golf course proposed putting up some night lighting for some into the night golfing. The board did look into it. We talked with council, and the town of Gilbert has informed us that the application from the golf course has been denied. The golf course has some ordinances in its own documents that do prohibit the night lighting. So as of right now, they're not moving forward. We are going to be kept updated by the town if they resubmit, and we're going to move forward with it at that point. So as of right now, it's not getting installed. Does anybody have any questions on that topic for the board? Just a reminder, you can raise your hand or flag me down. I'll try to see everybody. Okay. All right, board, do you have anything you'd like to discuss on that topic?
One thing I like to share with the homeowners is this is a great time for homeowners to come together and be united, respect your neighbors, be friendly, and whatever happens is going to be dealt with. And like I said, just be united. Just be united with each other. That's my opinion. Vincent.
Yes. So when you guys say we're going to be notified, what does that mean? What's the process of that? Can you hear
Can't
me?
hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Sorry. So the town of Gilbert does have a public notice on their website where you can see if they've submitted for lights and stuff like that again. We'll be keeping an eye on it as well. And then if and when they would resubmit, which would be a long and extensive process if that were to happen, because they would have to amend some of their documents first. But if and when that were to happen, the board would know, and we would notify owners and everything and move forward at that point.
No, you said we have to check it though. There's no mechanism for them to contact the board or you or anybody else. It's just we have to watch the website. Is that what you said? Or is
Yeah,
there actually,
you can.
what I'm asking is there a mechanism where they're going to contact you? If the golf course applies with the city, is anybody from our HOA going to be notified?
Yes, we're in contact with somebody from the town of Gilbert regarding this specific submission. So we'll be, like, as management, they'll let us know and we'll talk with them if and when that were to happen. And that's when we would talk with the board and notify homeowners after that. So you can always look on the website if you would like, but we would notify as well.
You know, I tried to look on there. And I know you sent me a link. I had emailed you, but how can you send out in an email maybe form for everybody that's interested, or maybe just everybody? I don't know. Or you can put it up on your website, how you actually get to look for where we could see if they put in for a thing. Because I tried looking on there. I don't know if anybody else tried, but I tried looking and I couldn't find it until you actually sent me whatever you sent me. But I couldn't go on there and look and see what was active, what wasn't active, and all that too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, board, do you want us to send out something like that shows how to navigate the page a little bit?
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Please do.
Yeah.
My
Perfect.
concern is that you know, you guys are busy. You guys have lives too, the board members. I was on the board like when this place first started, and I know that. And if there's supposed to be a mechanism to contact us and nobody's keeping an eye on it and they don't, then we're out in the dark. We're left in the dark and we don't know about it. That's my concern.
Yeah, part of the process too, it would be that the golf course would have to have a meeting with the owners that's open to the owners. So
We already
They-
know how that goes.
yeah, so I mean, it would be a process, but yes, we'll be keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
Just making a
So
note.
they're supposed to notify us before they put in for a permit? Is that what you just said?
No,
Oh.
before like installation or something like that
Oh,
to gather
okay.
feedback, but
Because they told us at the meeting they would notify us. Meanwhile, they had already submitted the damn thing, so we know where they're at.
Well, that may be the case, but if they've got an issue with their CC&Rs, which is what we have been told the issue is, they may have to go as far as getting a special use permit. And a special use permit is a 12x8 sign posted on their property, painted bright yellow. You've seen them around. So it's very likely that's what your notice would be if you if they move forward.
Thank you.
perfect. Do we have any other input on the topic? All right. Okay, so I'm trying to, there we go. Okay. So our next topic on the agenda are some landscaping proposals. So I'll go ahead and put those up on the screen. Okay, I had my pages a little mixed up.
Hey,
right.
Naomi,
Yeah.
just real quick, there's a chat. Christian said that he noticed many homeowners did not get the emails with links to the meeting. So could a notice go out how to update their email addresses in the portal?
Yeah, of course. That's a good idea.
And if nothing else, always add that link to every HOA bill that you send out quarterly. So it always has that in there.
The how to update your email address or the link
No.
to, oh,
How, a link to get to you.
oh, okay. Okay. All right. We can definitely do that. So there's 3 estimates. This first one is for some tree removals and stump grinding. And then we have another one, which is this one. Oh, they're just for removals in different areas. I thought we had, let me see. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the same one. Okay, and then this one's for some tree replacements for ones that might be removed or just have already been missing. And then this one is actually for your guys' winter rye. So I know, board, you might want to discuss one by one, so I'll pull up the first one, which is for the tree removals.
Ron, you are intimately involved with the trees in the property. Do you have an opinion on this?
I do. In the last month and a half, Art, Naomi, myself, and Gary, the landscaper, drove the community several times. And there are a lot of mesquite trees we have a lot of mesquite trees. We've gotten rid of over 50 of them in the last 8 years. But there are some mesquite trees that are kind of a liability against the homeowners' walls and our common areas. One of the recommendations that we've been given for the last 4 years is to eliminate the mesquite trees. They're expensive to trim, they're messy, they are dangerous, they're getting too big, and plant something that is going to be a lot less, it'd be a lot less maintenance, it'd be maintenance free. And so we drove the community. We have about 48 mesquite trees left out of 100 some that we had. And we came out with 37 or 38 mesquite trees that are against neighboring walls that is very hard to cut, very hard to trim. So instead of paying $250 to $500 to trim these trees, do the cleanup, my suggestion is let's go ahead and eliminate the mesquite trees that we have, this 38, plant new trees. So within 2 years, homeowners get some of the shades back, and we don't have to worry about trimming or any maintenance on them for the next 10 years, 15 years, maybe longer. So it basically pays for itself in less than 7 years, this process. And the bid that he got includes stump removal, stump grinding, and removing the mesquites. Now, instead of paying the dumping fee, which has gotten so expensive, one of the things that we can do, if the board agrees to this and homeowners are okay with it, once they're cut, we can put them in the corners, and we can post it on Nextdoor or social media. Homeowners can come in and take the mesquites for barbecue, fireplace, whatever they want to do. So we are not touching any of the mesquites that are in the parks, only the ones that are adjacent to the walls. So I just want to clear that up. So that's where we are with the mesquites. If you go down on the tree that we recommend was the red bush tree. If you go down on and that's a tree that we recommend doing a 15-gallon versus a 24-inch box, adding new lines to it and just letting them grow. We planted a whole bunch of them in the last 8 years. That they look excellent. Art, what are your thoughts?
That basically captions it that we can either pay $750 a tree every year, or we can pay approximately the same amount to remove them right now. And that doesn't take into account if we have a bad storm, because we pay special overtime for an emergency removal to get a street back open or a sidewalk opened up after a storm knocks a tree over. We were lucky this year. We didn't have very many, just a few small branches that came down. But in the past, we've had whole trees come down, and that's a real issue. They block the roads, they block the sidewalks. So it's a good idea to do. And this isn't all of the trees. That's another thing to talk about, is that this is probably, what do you think, Ronnie? Half of the trees that we would ultimately take out?
Well, this 38 that we would take out, including 3 dead olives that are on Greenfield, 41 trees, that would take away 90% of the mesquites.
Okay.
We would have about 8 mesquites left by the golf course, by the basketball court. There are 2 of them. We don't want to touch one of them because it belongs to one of the homeowners. Love that tree. So I promised her a long time ago, I heard her loud and clear that she loves that tree and is not hurting anything. There's some on Cala de Norte that are on the park. They're not hurting anything, so we leave those alone. But the rest of them are all against the walls that are kind of a liability.
Okay, my question is, are there additional trees we might take out next year?
I don't believe so. I think this is pretty much going to take care of it for the next 2 or 3 or 4 years.
Okay. That wasn't clear to me the last time we talked.
Yeah, the ones that we left alone, they're beautiful. We go ahead and trim those, and if the branch breaks off of those, they don't fall on a street, they fall on a piece of grass and is not a liability.
Hey, Ron, are there any walls that are in danger by some of these trees that are being removed? Like, are we mitigating some possible, like the incident we had over there?
No, the incident, no, we're gonna eliminate, we're gonna, I don't know if they're gonna bring in a crane or what they're gonna do. We're gonna eliminate all of that. I think the liability would fall under, if we don't trim it, if we trim it, we have a better chance of a piece falling than just cutting it and pulling it away from the wall.
Todd, the answer to your question is yes. There are quite a few of these trees that are not only large, but they're also currently leaning over the walls into abutting property owners' yards. And if they were to cut loose, if we were to get a west wind for the ones I'm thinking of, they could take out 1 or 2 yards worth of walls. So yeah,
Okay.
that's another thing that we're doing, is cutting some of our liability.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about, because just, it sounds like a lot of trees. I understand the cost savings between, trimming them, but I just wanted to make sure that, we were targeting ones that could potentially take down, some homeowner walls or something.
Yeah, all of these that we counted, they're right against they're right by the walls. These 37 are all by the walls. I think I sent the pictures. I don't know if you have it or not, Naomi, of those. I sent you some pictures. But we have pictures that I can share with you if you need to see them.
I don't think I had those ones. I had the other pictures you had sent me to include in the first one. So I don't know if I have those readily available.
Yeah,
I trust you, Ron.
Yeah, but yeah, they're pretty significant. Well, I wanted the homeowners to see it because it really is a danger. If a kid is in a pool and a big branch falls off, yeah, it becomes a. So anyway.
Yeah, if some of the board members, the ones I'm thinking of specifically are on Reseda Street, between or just immediately north of Warner Road. If you wanted to get on that little 600-foot long street, you can see some of those monsters are 24 inches in diameter, and they're definitely leaning to the east.
Yep.
Okay.
So I motion to remove the mesquites and plant the new red bush trees. The 38, 41 trees.
For the 2 estimates. All right. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Perfect. Do we have any further discussion on the motion, board or owners? All right. Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. Before I move you to the next estimate, it was brought to my attention we do actually have a couple people on here whose names aren't identified. So if I could just ask you to identify yourself, I would appreciate it. It looks like we've got a phone number. It's 602-568-5915. I'll go ahead and ask you to unmute. And then, oh wait, it looks like they.
4915 is Brandon Davison.
What was that?
Brandon Davison, 1122 South Portland.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you, Brandon. All right, and then it looks like.
I think that's the only unidentified ones. Well, we've got a i13 Max Pro.
Okay. I'll go ahead and ask you to unmute.
Of Jeff.
Hi, Kathy Alsop at 2641 East Pinto Drive.
Thanks, Kathy. All right, is that the only 2, I think?
There's another one, 731-900-6087.
Is that Darius?
Nope, looks like we've got a camera on it, but.
Darius had a camera.
Yeah, but he was flashing us because he was in traffic in California.
Oh no, Darius is here.
No, that's not me.
Okay.
Looks like we got you unmuted now.
Sue Kyle,
602-316-8833.
Okay.
Oh, 1025 South Portland.
Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. So, oh, I still have somebody unmuted somewhere. Okay. Darius, I think that was you. So I went ahead and muted you, but just flag me down if you want me to unmute you or if you're not able to yourself. Okay. So then the third estimate is for your guys' winter rye. Board, do you have any thoughts on having winter rye this year?
Ron, I understand that there's a belief system that every so many years you just kind of not do it. Is this a good year to not do it?
Yeah, you're usually about every 3 to 4 years, you want to give your Bermuda rest to get a healthier Bermuda. And our grass has been taking a little bit of a beating in the last 2 years, 3 years. My suggestion is eliminate the winter grass this year and allow the Bermuda get stronger. We will fertilize it in April. We will aerate it. We will do what is necessary, bring it back. And if it looks great, we will winter grass it next year. You really don't see that much of a difference. We can keep the grass green at least till December probably, is when it freezes. That's when you start seeing the dead grass for a month or so. The price of seeds have gone up, almost tripled in price. No reason to spend $27,000 for 2 months of grass. And right now, town of Gilbert, everybody's begging for water preservation, for to cut the water back. And I suggest we don't do it. So I motion we don't do the winter grass this year.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All right, do we have any discussion on the motion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, so we will
See
go
a
ahead and
hand
skip
raised.
winter. Oh, sorry about that. I
Christian.
must have missed it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that, yeah, with all the water shortages going on right now, this might be a good idea anyway.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you.
Perfect. All right, so we'll go ahead and skip winter rye this year. Okay, so our next agenda topic is CC&Rs for the community walls. So I'll go ahead and pull up the first page on that. Okay, so the board was discussing with council and we were advised that some of the language in the CC&Rs regarding wall maintenance responsibility was a little bit ambiguous. So this is an amendment to the CC&Rs to clarify the different responsibilities of who is in charge of what. So it more or less focuses on walls that are half and half with owners and the HOA. Instead of the wording that it used, it will just make it more clear that it's 50-50 for whenever the wall needs maintenance, that the HOA would pay for half and an owner would pay for half. So it's not really so much changing anything as it's trying to make the language more clear. So for a CC&R change, we do need 75% of the community to vote in favor of it. So you're going to be getting this amendment actually mailed out to all of you, so don't worry about not being able to read it all right now. But it will go into detail about the why and the how and what wording they're changing. And it'll have a little ballot right here, which says yes, that you consent to amend the documents, or no, you don't. And then you'll send it in to us and we'll gather votes probably for quite a little while. And it has the amendment here in it for you. So everybody will get this, and we want to make sure that everybody has it so we can even email it out and stuff. But we do just want to encourage owners to make sure to vote, because we do need that 75% return for the votes.
Well, or 75% nay. I mean, we are
Yes, yeah.
presupposing we're smart and we know what we want to do. It's what the homeowners want to do.
Exactly.
We have a hand up.
Yeah.
Christian
Board, do you have anything you want to say before we start taking owner input?
Yes, I would just like to comment that during recent litigation in the courtroom, the judge told our legal counsel that our document wording was vague and that it would be in our best interest to remove the ambiguity.
Right, and that's what we're attempting to do here, is we're attempting to basically say, you know, if the HOA is on one side of your wall and you're on the other side of the wall and anything happens, that we're going to be good neighbors and we're going to split the cost of replacing it. You know, it just, that way we won't have to litigate that particular question. It also states that that would be the same thing as if it would be a private party on either side of the wall, so that it would clarify that in case you needed some help in getting some participation from your neighbor, not your HOA neighbor. And the real, it gets down to a matter of fairness. We say it in a brief 7,000 words here, but basically, you get down south of the golf course, there are no community walls, only on the main roads, in east-west roads going into the community. Yet, if the interpretation was that all walls that touched the HOA were the responsibility of the HOA, then all 785 owners of the lots in this community would pay a pro rata portion of the HOA's cost of replacing or repairing that wall. And we want to, and our belief is that it's a 50-50 proposition, and that we shouldn't pay any more than half, and therefore save people who don't even have a community wall the expense. I don't have a community wall, for instance. It's a City of Gilbert wall, and I'm not going to hold my breath on whether they help me replace it. So that's my 2 bits after having read this afternoon, and I think it's a good idea.
One other thing is, this is to help us avoid future expensive litigation where someone's trying to exploit the ambiguity. So rewording this so we get rid of the ambiguity is going to save a lot of time and money and trouble in the future for everybody.
Perfect. Do you want to take some input from owners now or questions?
Christian
Yes.
has his hand up, Naomi.
Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and get a couple of guys. So go ahead and Christian, you go first.
Yes, hi Naomi, hi board. Yeah, that's being a realtor, I'm familiar with that, and that's how it's in most HOAs and support it. But also, I didn't read through it. I just wanted to find out as to, does it also address between homeowners within that HOA? Normally, it is also 50-50 between the two adjoining properties. And does it address walls on the golf course? Are they also going to be 50% liable for damages or not?
So I believe that because the golf course is just a separate entity from the HOA, it would be basically between the owner and the golf course, but I don't know if they hold any responsibility for the walls.
They do not.
Okay.
They're specifically exempted in the Greenfield HOA or CC&Rs, that they have no liability for anything.
Okay.
And between the homeowners, that's in there.
Yeah, it's regarding party walls. So basically a wall between two entities, two owners, or two the association and an owner. So I believe it would be both.
Okay.
And
so,
then
in other words, 50-50 between each owner of the wall. That's in there as well, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, because it says it's about the party walls.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And then Christine, I think you messaged in. I'll go ahead and ask you to unmute. I know you say it's your first time on Zoom, so hopefully that pops up for you.
Yes. And maybe this was already answered, but between neighbors, I have a neighbor next to me that they have a tarp attached to their house and attached to our fence. So I've been waiting for this whole monsoon for it to come down. If it comes down and it's because of that, is that my responsibility 50-50 with them?
It would be between you and that owner, just because it doesn't involve the HOA. So it would be however you guys would work it out between you, but I don't know if it would necessarily become their responsibility or it would be for sure split, but it would be between the two of you to work out how to pay for that. Yeah.
And anyways, my back wall faces that common walkway to the 202. That's when the HOA does the half, or is that what you're proposing?
Actually, that common walkway, that's the Arizona Department of Transportation's right of way. So
Yeah, I've had issues with that before. So
yeah,
with
so
graffiti
that's
and
not the
whatnot.
HOA.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any other questions? All right, board, would you like to, all we're looking for really is just a motion to approve this to mail out to the owners to review.
I make a motion that we approve that to mail out to the owners.
I second.
Perfect. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Perfect, motion carried. So we'll go ahead and get that sent out to everybody. All right, but after that, we didn't have any other topics other than homeowner forum. So this is your opportunity if you have any questions, comments, concerns for the board to go ahead and let us know. Any new topics you want to see on future agendas or anything? All right.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I tried to raise my hand, but it didn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. First of all, thank you to whoever's responsible. The common area by the basketball court is beautiful. We have green grass for the first time in a long time, and it's so nice. So kudos to everybody who was responsible. I just have a question. A few months ago, we spent a lot of money on plants and shrubs, and a few months out now, a lot of those are dead. I walk early in the morning and I counted in maybe like a quarter of a mile down around Knox and out through Pico, there were at least 35 that are dead. So can we get money back on those, or is it too late? Do we just eat that and that's it?
That's a good question. We switched, since we switched landscapers, we may not be able to get money back for the dead plants, but we will see what we're able to do. So we're kind of in the middle of that since we're transitioning and everything, just seeing what we're able to do, but we might not be able to.
Oh, that's okay. I was just curious because I know it was a hefty sum, and with so many dead in such a short time, I thought maybe there was a possibility, but I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah, if it's a possibility, we definitely will.
Okay, thank you.
And Tess, the second part of your question that you didn't ask was, why are they dying so quickly?
I figured it's probably the irrigation system.
Exactly. And we as a board are taking some exploratory steps to see if we can't get the water quality and therefore the robustness of the irrigation system improved. I don't know, Naomi, how much we spent just to get water down to that South Park, but it took them a good month of working on it almost every day to get water down there to make that park green.
I know.
And,
that I believe. Well, maybe
difficult.
not spend any more on bushes until we can get that figured out, because I mean, that's a shame to have so many of them die in such a short period of time. But anyways, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then I can't remember what you said your name was on the iPhone 13 Pro, but I'll go ahead and
Hi, Kathy. And I put in the chat that, I just clicked the link to come on and it doesn't let me have an option to change my username. So maybe I'll have to log onto the laptop to Zoom to update that.
Oh,
however,
yeah.
my question is, I wasn't present for the last meeting, but a couple meetings ago, we sent out a survey about a light for the North Park. And what was the outcome on that? I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, we did gather votes back. Board, had I sent that in an email to you? Because I can't remember the numbers offhand.
You did, Naomi. I think that's on, I think we still need to respond to you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look into that, Kathy, and then we can always have it on a future meeting too or something if I just can't remember what the votes were.
Oh, okay.
I think in general, they were favorable towards moving forward, but again, I don't know the number.
Yeah, but we've definitely got that on our list of things.
Perfect. Yeah. And I know one of the residents had a recommendation to make it more of a solar panel light so it could be turned on and off.
Yeah, that's
so I don't know if that could be mentioned as well again. But
yeah,
perfect.
I'll make a
check
note
back
about
in.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I ask where this lighting, where are we talking about with the light?
That's on a north side of Warner. They're talking about putting in a light in a park, not where you're at.
Oh, not at the back, because I was going to say not at the basketball court, because that's going to be noise all night long.
No, exactly. No,
I fear. Okay. All right.
No, you don't have block walls. No, we wouldn't do that.
Okay. Thank you.
And I am saving your mesquite tree, just so you know, because I know you love that mesquite tree.
Well, you know, I do, but I'll tell you, if it's going to come down on because I've already replaced my iron gate back there once when it blew down. So if it's going to, if that's a problem, then take it down. But as long as it's replaced by another tree, that's fine.
Do you know what? Perfect.
Oh no!
Because the roots are coming out anyway. Is it?
I know it's going to fall over pretty soon. So probably well to take it out.
Because I told him, I said, ignore that tree because I know how much you like it. And okay.
Well, I know, and not just me, because all the neighborhood kids climb that tree. I mean, that tree is a hit.
Yes.
But, I understand what you say about the roots and everything, because I'm sure it's a liability. So.
It is a liability.
It is what it is.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, Stephanie, looks like your hand's raised. You can go ahead.
Hi, are we going to know which trees are going to be removed before they're removed? Because my concern is if these trees are all going to be removed and we're not seeding and we have all of these dying plants, how aesthetically pleasing it will be coming into the neighborhood, is my concern.
Yeah, we have, well, I know we didn't really get a map from Gary or anything, but we do have on the estimates, it says like where they're going to be removed at. But they are getting replaced with like the red bushes and what was the other one, Ron?
Red bushes, and we're looking at possibly Texas olive. But
that's a lot of shade to take away at one time. So that's why I just was curious which trees, what was going to be affected around it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Let me pull up
our number one issue, Stephanie, is the safety of the community. And
yeah, as it should
to trim
be.
these trees at $500-600 and another branch falling off is almost easier to just go ahead and take them out and plant a new tree and give it 2 years and you get you get a beautiful looking tree that's not going to cause any damage. That's the focus on that area. Some of them are on Warner Road, which are not noticeable. They're on the backside. There's some on Quinn Road, north of Warner. There's several on help me out. Everything on Greenfield, we removed already in the last 6-7 years.
Hey, Ron, maybe just like a pink ribbon on the tree or something, yeah, Forest Service style.
Yeah. Yeah, there's quite a bit of them on North Quinn, and there's on Warner Road. There's quite a bit of them.
Did you guys actually mark the trees in some way when you went through and picked them out?
No, we haven't marked them yet because we didn't have it approved yet. Only ones that we're removing are the ones that are against the walls. We're not doing anything with, yeah. So now that is approved, I can have Gary mark them.
Stephanie, question though, what streets are you near? Because they are listed by street.
I'm on Quinn, off of Quinn.
Well, Quinn is 1.5 miles long.
I'm close to you. Where are you?
Oh, okay. North Quinn, jumbo mesquite tree removal. Yeah, there's 3 of them. No, there's 10 of them actually on Quinn.
Yeah.
But
so if the sidewalk is bumped up, the city maintains that, right? And so if it's affecting the community side of the rocks, I guess.
Well, I can think of one of them that it's down much closer to Warner, and it's a Dr. Seuss tree. It's all crooked and it hangs out, and every time the garbage,
I know which one you're talking about.
So that would be one of them, for instance, but the rest of them are back closer to the property owner walls.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Oh, go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, just one last little comment. Yeah, regarding the lights on the golf course, I know that many people are nervous about it, and that you're going to notify us when there is any changes in that, and we appreciate that. I was wondering if we could also just, because it's faster, send out an email, maybe cheaper also, just send out an email whenever any development happens to keep us informed. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, we can always see about doing something like that if ever anything were to happen.
Perfect.
Hey,
Appreciate that.
All right. Since that came up, can I chime in on that?
Who is that?
This is Scott.
Oh, hi,
Greenfield
Scott.
Lights.
Hey, Scott.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Hey, so I'm going to be as short as I can on it because I don't want to, take everyone's time up. Because we'll have another meeting in another couple of weeks down the road. But there's so much disinformation out there. It's crazy, and I get a lot of emails. I mean, we had a lot of good stuff after the meeting, which was awesome. A lot of neighbors came in and talked to us, and on the one-on-one issues, it was all extremely great. And we've made tons of changes to the overall plans, and we've done a lot of things that we're working with a lot of neighbors on to make it a lot better, and to the fact that there won't be near the golf balls because of how we're shortening things up, changing things out. I mean, there's so much that has changed that we will be sending out, if the HOA management board will allow it. We're going to be probably within 2 weeks. I'm thinking we'll send out an email with a whole new set of plans of where the lights are going to be, how they're going to be set up, the groundscaping around, every other thing that was commented on during the meeting, and our mediation of all of those items will be laid out, and then we'll set up a meeting for the demo and everything, so people can see exactly how the lights look on a given hole, etc. So I mean, it's so different than what people are making it out on, like next door neighbor, things like that is insane. It's just nothing like it whatsoever. So it's going to be really good, really nice. And so hopefully people can give us a fair chance when we present the final plans that people can see. versus what's being stated, because everything that's being stated is by people that have never talked to us, have never sat down and looked at any plans, and never said anything. So I mean, it's just stuff that's just thrown out there willy-nilly. So hopefully, you know, we'll get that out in the next 2 weeks, and hopefully you guys will allow us to email it out to your group so everyone can see exactly what our layout is like and what's happening.
Yeah, Scott, why don't you, you can just reach me or Harmon at the office and we can discuss with you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, Scott?
Yeah.
Have you got a website yourself? If you did, you could post all of these drawings on your website, and then we could just send out the link.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted to do is just kind of a letter of intent of here's all the mitigation areas, noise, drinking, loud behavior, etc., all the things that were talked about. And then here's a link to the way the lighting layout is going to be, all the 4s and 5s and how they're shortened to par 3s. The par 3s where they're more central fairways, so they're not anywhere near houses. I mean, we're like night and day difference from the initial startup of thought process of what we wanted to do, and then now it's here's what the intent is to mitigate like everything we can mitigate, and that would be on like whether it's a Dropbox link or something else where anyone can sign into and then pull up and download their own golf holes in areas where they can see where their house is and how things would be related to their houses. Like some things like number 15, for instance, one of the main guys on Next Door Neighbor is nothing even close to, you know, where his house is going to be. The tee box is not going to be near his house. And we're even changing the tee box on that on a normal basis. So there'll be less golf balls going left over into those houses on 15, for instance. I mean, we're moving the whole tee box over 35 yards. And so things like that even are going to be put on there, you know, that we've now heard them about talking about, you know, where they're getting hit and what we can do to mitigate that on a regular basis, not just night golf base, but on a regular basis. So that is reduced. So we'll put that out, yes, to where they can click over a link and then drop over to it and see it.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any new topics anybody would like to see on future agendas or questions for the board before we log off for the night? All right. I don't see anything. So board, would you like to make a motion to adjourn?
A motion that we adjourn.
I second that motion.
Perfect. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carried. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I hope that you have a great night.
Thank you.
Board members, I'll just ask that you stay on.